Hi everyone, welcome to the channel for new battle report. So this is game number 3 of Infernal International. We are facing the team of my YouTuber friends, Lucky Sixes and Hyper-G. So if they watch the battle report, hi to them. Yeah, happy to face their team. They are very nice guys, so it was happy to play against them. I was paired against Gingerali, who was playing Warrior of the Dark God. You know already my list, which is this one, and this was my opponent's list. It's another warrior match against Infernal Dwarves. He has total 5 scoring, another unit of, so he has a unit of Force 1 that can be Wretched 1 afterwards, another unit of Wretched 1, then you have Chosen Knight, Warrior Knight, so 2 fast, hard-hitting unit, 2 unit of Warrior, Chaff Piece, Helmo to teleport, and then Master Occultist. So I would say it's a bit less confrontational than the list that I played the round before against Icebreaker. It's a bit more playing on the movement thanks to the Helmo. Also his cavalry can teleport, so I would say it's a bit more, yeah, how should I call it? It's a bit more volatile. It's going to move around a bit more and engage sometime a bit less. It's going to see if he can engage or not, and then depending on that, you can easily teleport 2 units on one turn, then after that 1 unit. So you can play on that advantage to be somewhere and then extract potentially quickly. We played Secure Target on Spearhead. I had settled the score. I elected to kill the Forsworn Damnation because I felt I'm going to target them no matter what, and he had Demonstrate Superiority, meaning he had to kill Citadel or Lugas, and below you have the spell selection for both of us. Matchup analysis. So yeah, the primary is clearly to his advantage with the portals. It's hard for me to play Secure Target. Basically my strategy here is to try to block one Secure Target, so to kind of flood the Secure Target with my unit and make sure that he cannot come within 6. That should be my best chance of getting a draw on the secondary, on the primary, but should be really hard to win it. If I put anything else on the other point, he can easily use the portal teleport and get to a position where he has a super amount of unit of combat power in a zone of the map where I won't be able, due to my the fact that I'm quite slow, I won't be able to bring forces to support the other flank. So I basically cannot play on the second point with my list against his list. My range damage should hurt him bad time, obviously, so that's a good argument for me. So I would say my estimation was based on the fact that I'm feeling good on the matchup because I have good tools and it's hard for him to engage, but is going to most likely win the primary, or I need to really find good solution to avoid that. So that should compensate a little bit. We'll see. Deployment wise, he chose to be the attacker, meaning I had the choice of side. I picked the bottom part, thinking there is here kind of a no man's land where I can easily push towards in case he chooses to play on the opposite part. I want to be able to push without being annoyed by Lake, for example. So that's why I picked left flank with Spearhead. He picked the Spearhead in the middle, and then he dropped everything for first turn. He plays Chosen Knight, Dogs, Warriors, Force 1 Damnation, Wretched 1, Helmo, Cavalry with the Mage, and Little Warrior on the right. My control deployment, and here in violet you have his gate basically. So if I put anything on the right that could be strong enough, like Lugas, he would just jump with something and then kill those guys. So I cannot do that. So I go compact on the left. I place Lugar. Here you have the Infernal Warrior with Titan Mortar, Citadel Guard with Gunnery Team, Immortal with Gunnery Team, Incarnate, the Slaves, and on the far left my Nafta Thrower. Let's move on. That's after the Vanguard. So obviously pushing on the left. He's pushing. I also moved the Nafta forward, and he pushed towards the middle. He's turn 1. Boom! Everything fast forward as possible. That's beautiful. Magic Face. I dispel Hereditary on the Incarnate, and he failed the Grave Call on 4 dice on my Kadim Incarnate. So that was lucky for me. Turn 1. My turn 1. Push towards the left, keep big distance in the middle. I want to have time to do some damage. On the Magic Face, I also do a weak Magic Face. I fail Grave Call on 4 dice, I fail Hereditary on 3 dice, and it dispels the Devouring Dark, and finally I'm able to get a Flaming Sword on my Flamethrower, which is nice. Flamethrower, I messed up. First, my opponent messed up because he was just within 24 of the NAFTA, and I had just a line of sight like that to see the corner. Yeah, my drawing is not too bad. And basically, I noticed that. So I was like, very good. Flaming Sword in the flank. That's 15 hits. 3+2 wounds. AP1. Wow, that should do a ton of damage. But then for some reason, when doing my shot, I told him, okay, let's shoot with Titan Mortar. I do Titan Mortar, I kill 3 guys, and then I don't see him anymore. So, why? Stupid mistake. Stupid mistake, was too late for that. So as a compensation, I shot on the dogs with my NAFTA. I killed 6, he failed panic. And I got rid of the dogs. But yeah, it would have been way more important to do some damage on the warrior. I was disappointing. I think on his part, he could have easily avoided the 24 by just moving slightly differently. So that was a mistake, but I didn't punish it. And then rocket battery wise, I managed to do 6 wounds to the Forsworn. No, sorry, less than that. Excuse me. I do 4 wounds to the CK. So basically my intention here was to chaff him as long as he's 4 model. If he's 3 wide, he can charge my Lugar. I felt I should win that combat. So I do 4 wounds to the Chosen Knight, so he could be able to charge. We'll see what he does. And I managed to do 2 wounds to the Forsworn. That's my turn 1. His turn 2, he elected to charge with the 3 remaining Chosen Knights, so I'm looking forward to that, see what happened. He pushed in the middle, as you can see here, getting close to my battle line. And the warriors stay hidden here. The dogs won't rally, so they are dead, which is at least a good news. In the magic phase, he got hereditary on my incarnate, do 1 wound. He failed End of Glory. And then close combat, I managed to do 5 wounds, so I have 18 attack on a 4+, and then on a 2+, and he has a 5 up. So I think it seems quite average for me to do 5 wounds, and he managed to do 8 wounds. I forgot that he has Impact Hit as well as Stomp, so I forgot about the Impact. That's a bit more, so that's 6 auto hit on 3+, and after that still like 15 attacks, hitting on 3, so yeah, he rolled quite good, managed to do 8 wounds. I'm just losing by 1, 8 rollable, luckily for me passed. That would have been a nightmare, obviously, if he breaks me here. Didn't expect that. I think on average it should be drawish. I thought if I managed to roll a bit higher and him a bit low, that could be potentially dangerous, because you see the Pursue pass could potentially give me something interesting. The flank charge here potentially next turn, so I thought it might be dangerous for him if I pursuing this direction and then get to the flank of the warrior. That could be huge in the game, but won't happen because I lost and I stick. Let's move on, my turn 2, so left we are still in combat, turn around, I chaff everything in the middle to give me more time. In the magic phase, Gravecold get Dispel, Flaming Sword as well, Devouring Dark managed to do 2 wounds on the Forsworn, Titan Mortar 4 wounds on the Warrior, Rocket Battery 6 wounds on the Forsworn, so that's a good job. And then the other Rocket Battery hit at the Wretched One due to the fact that he has 2 ranks, he's solid, so I managed to do 2 wounds to him. Close combat, I killed the Chosen Knight, but he managed to do some good wounds before that. He killed like 4 or 5, so that was quite good for him. His turn 3, he charged my Slave, and he managed to teleport the warrior here close to the target. Nothing I could really do. Like you see, his sacrifice of Chosen Knight had a good intention to make my to cripple my Lugar, and I cannot now engage in combat against the warrior. And as you saw with the positioning, due to his charge positioning, I couldn't really wheel in a better way with that unit. I was kind of blocked. So yeah, due to the inch here and there, it was hard to get a better positioning to look at that. So I struggled to get better, and there are only my Lugar looking at him, and that won't be enough to charge him. So I need to get rid of him with a range damage, and that won't be easy, obviously. As I remember, I needed to kill this guy as well. So 6, 7, 8. I need to kill 8 guys so that he is not within 6. So we'll see if I can achieve that. Magic phase, got hereditary, 3 wounds on Incarnate, I dispelled Gravecold, and he got another hereditary from the bound spell and managed to do 2 wounds to the Incarnate. So that's a good round of killing Incarnate. He killed 2 models, that's quite nice. Close combat, he killed my Slave. My turn 3. I chaff with the Lugar and get ready. Again, due to the fact that I have a large unit, I cannot get this unit looking here, unfortunately for me. So I get this Titan Mortar here looking here. I have my Magician as well that jumped. So I can get maybe a good Gravecall, a good shot of Titan Mortar. Unfortunately, my Citadel Pistol are stuck here in the middle, cannot provide their shooting. So that's something missing. But at least I can shoot here, try to do some damage on the secondary objective, which is to kill the Force 1. In the Magic phase, I got Gravecall on the Warrior and thinking, okay, Gravecall on, it's not 8 hits on 3+. I mean, if I root good, like 5 wounds, maybe then the Mortar is enough. Maybe. But I did 3 wounds with Gravecall, which is expected. Titan Mortar does another 3, so I'm missing 2 wounds. And I can't do more than that. Rocket Battery managed to do 4 wounds to the Force 1, 2 wounds to the Wretched 1. And that's about it. And now that he won the primary, he's just going to go away. So he teleport the Warrior, he move away with the rest, try to save what he can. I dispel Hereditary, he get 4 wounds with Gravecall on my Incarnate, so I'm going to try to save those points. I push forward on my turn 4, try to get as much point as possible. I put 2 Rocket Battery in range of the secondary, which is killing the Force 1. Gravecall fail on 4 dice in the Magic phase. I get Devouring Dark, do 1 wound on the Force 1, and then Rocket Battery finishes the Force 1 as well as doing 4 wounds to the Warrior Knight. Rolled really good this time. Doesn't matter much, but yeah, that's about it. He's 5. I remember he just teleport somewhere here. This guy tried to escape. The rest, that's dead, and that moves away, and that's more or less end of the game. He's out of magic range, so he won't do anything. I push with the Lugar to maybe engage Elmo, but mostly to shoot the Elmo here. I get 1 this turn. Magic phase, I'm able to get, I think, Flaming Sword on Rocket Battery, Gravecall do 3 wounds as well, Titan Mortar do 1 wound, Rocket Battery do nothing. He managed to get some ward save, but still I did 4 wounds total, so he has only 2 wounds left. And on my 6, I'm going to just finish the Elmo with shooting. And that's the end of the game. So I got some good points, 1,485. He got. I didn't get the half of the Warrior, as you can see, was able to escape with 6. And he got only the Slave out of me, which is he wants the primary, I win the secondary. So that's good. That's a score of 12-8 at the end of the battle, which is quite logic. Post-game analysis quickly. Yeah, I followed the game plan. That's kind of what I expected. I felt I could have tried to block that secondary primary objective, but it's really complicated due to the Elmo. His Chosen Knight's sacrifice was smart. He could have also broke me, so that was a nice try. I thought the odds were more in my favor, but actually it was a nice attempt from him. Try to block me. I could have tried to push a bit more with the Warrior, try to chaff him a bit better, and then not get 3 Chosen Knights into the Lugar. It's all that kind of stuff that's easier to be said after the battle, obviously. And yeah, once he stole the primary, he just went away with his army, and then I was into a counter push mode, trying to grab as many points as possible. Shooting delivered, obviously. It has been since nerfed, which obviously makes sense. And yeah, I think that's about it. Worth remembering, the 6 remaining Warriors could have been potentially dead if I didn't forget to shoot first with the Nafta and then with the Titan Mortar into his Warrior unit. Could have killed a bit more and then make it harder for him to teleport. But he would have had other possibilities to do it, I guess. It's kind of hard for me to block all those portals and avoid him getting into my zone. Could have also tried to have the Citadel exchange position with the Infernal Warrior, but again, I felt I needed the Citadel in the part of the map where he would try to fight me and not the strength 3 guy. So yeah, that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks Ali for the game. If you watch his battle report, yeah, was again a hard primary for me to play, but overall quite a good matchup and hard for him to really rush me. We saw the beginning defending and then the counter push, quite typical for Infernal Dwarves. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. We are going to update list for the next round, so I'm going to be able to change a little bit stuff, try to make my list slightly different. I will talk more about that in the next video regarding this tournament. Goodbye, guys. Take care.